Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady who stirred Britain. She was called the Iron Lady, not because she loved lifting weights, but because Margaret Thatcher was tougher than a 2-pound steak cooked by someone who has never seen salt. Love her or hate her, she changed Britain forever and made sure no one forgot her name. Love our videos? Please subscribe. It will help our channel grow. Today, let's meet the grocer's daughter who clawed her way to the top, broke a few rules, broke a few unions, and definitely broke the patience of quite a few people. Margaret Hilda Roberts was born in 1925 in the quiet market town of Grantham, Lincolnshire. Her father ran a grocery store and also dabbled in local politics. Young Margaret wasn't exactly the life of the party. Her childhood hobbies included reading chemistry textbooks for fun. Yes, she was that kid. She studied chemistry at Oxford, worked as a research chemist, and later became a barrister. But really, her passion was politics. She once said, "I wasn't lucky, I deserved it." And honestly, that tells you everything you need to know about her. Margaret entered Parliament in 1959 and quickly built a reputation for being sharp, direct, and just a little terrifying. In 1975, she pulled off the political equivalent of a surprise plot twist. She toppled her own party leader and became head of the Conservatives. Then, in 1979, she marched into history as Britain's first female prime minister. And she didn't exactly tiptoe into Downing Street. She stormed in with a handbag full of bold ideas and absolutely zero interest in being liked. She was the longest-serving prime minister in British history, serving for 12 years from 1979 to 1990. So, what did Thatcher actually do? Well, she believed in free markets, privatization, and a smaller state. She sold off national industries, cut back government spending, and said to struggling companies, sink or swim. She faced down powerful trade unions, most famously during the miners' strike of 1984. To her supporters, she was saving Britain's economy. To her critics, she was tearing communities apart. Either way, she wasn't budging. She was in charge of the entire country during some very difficult times, including the Falklands War, which she won. Argentina invaded. Thatcher said, "Absolutely not," sent in the Navy, and Britain came out victorious. Overnight, her popularity skyrocketed. She became the Iron Lady, who had not only strong opinions, but also war medals to back them up. Margaret Thatcher had a way with words sharp, witty, and often brutal. A few classics. If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. When accused of being dictatorial, she replied, "I am extraordinarily patient, provided I get my own way in the end." And my personal favorite, the problem with socialism is that you eventually run out of other people's money. Whether you agreed with her or not, you couldn't say she was boring. She was known for her strong views on pretty much everything, including the economy, which she described as being in a state of complete chaos when she came to power. She cut taxes, privatized industries, and deregulated the markets, all of which helped to turn Britain into a modern capitalist economy. Thatcher was a staunch anti-communist who stood up to the Soviet Union at every opportunity. She was also a strong supporter of America and the American President Ronald Reagan. The two of them worked closely together to end the Cold War and usher in a new era of peace and prosperity for the Western world. Thatcher's policies were very controversial, and she was often at odds with her own party, but she never wavered in her beliefs. She was a true conservative who believed in limited government, free markets, and individual liberty. And she fought tooth and nail to preserve these principles, even when they were unpopular. But even iron rusts. By the late 1980s, Thatcher's unshakable style began to divide her own party. Her unpopular poll tax sparked protests, and colleagues started sharpening their knives. Thatcher's legacy is a mixed one. But one thing is for sure, she was a woman of principle who never gave up on her beliefs. Margaret Thatcher. To some, she was a hero who rescued Britain's economy. To others, a villain who tore society apart. But either way, she earned her title, the Iron Lady. Love her or loathe her, one thing is certain. Politics has never seen anyone quite like her.